Hey guys, I'm back. This is part 2 of the 100 question tags from Teens and Gastric Sleeve, so I'll get right into it. Question number 26, what movies could you watch over and over and still love? Oh, even harder than the worst movie question. There's a lot of movies I really like. One of my favorite movies ever is Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Love that movie. I think I know most of the words, line for line. Love it. Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies. Moulin Rouge is a movie I really like. I love Baz Luhrmann as a director. I love all of his movies, but Moulin Rouge is one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. Titanic. I know that's such a girly thing, but I really love Titanic. Magic Mike? Only parts of it, though. There's a whole bunch that I'm forgetting, but those are some of the ones that I really like and can watch repeatedly. 27. Last person you kissed or who kissed you. That would be my kids this morning. They both gave me hugs and kisses before school, or daycare I should say, in camp. So, my boys. 28. Were you ever a Boy or a Girl Scout? I wasn't. We do have Scouts here in Canada as well. This is going to sound weird, but culturally speaking, when I was a kid, it just wasn't something that little Italian girls did. It just wasn't. And I don't know why that was, but it was just not something that I think my parents would have ever thought about putting me in, so I was not a Scout. 29. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? I love this question. Now? No. I know y'all haven't seen what I look like in very little clothing, but it's not good. If I had an amazing body, would I? I would consider it. I don't know. I'll pretty much do anything once. So yeah, I definitely think about it. I don't know whether I'd actually do it or not, but if I had a rockin' body, maybe. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? A letter? Like a card, maybe? A letter? My gosh, I don't know. Probably a letter. Probably when I lived in Australia the very first time, which I was 21 years old. It was 2000, so 13 years ago, and I would write letters to my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time. So that was probably the last time I really wrote anyone letters. 31, can you change the oil in a car? Yeah, I can. I just take it to the dealership and I go, hey, can you guys change the oil? I am not really a car person. I mean, I know something about cars, but I can't change a tire, change the oil, or do any of that stuff. So, ever gotten a speeding ticket? Only one time. I was 18 years old. I had only been driving for maybe a year or so. And I got a speeding ticket for doing 84 in a 50. And that's kilometers, not miles. So I was doing 34 kilometers over the speed limit. So that's, I guess, about, 40 something mile. No, not 40. Math, Sarah. That's probably about 20 miles over the speed limit. I don't really think I was going that fast, but at the same time I was working 3 jobs at the time, and I was going between jobs, and I was not really thinking about how fast I was going, so it's possible, but that's the only ticket I've ever gotten. Knock on wood. Ever ran out of gas? Not yet. Knock on wood again. I haven't. I've probably pushed it a few times. In fact, I think my car's on empty right now, but I have yet to actually run out of gas. Number 34, favorite kind of sandwich. My favorite sandwich is from a place called California Sandwiches, which is a Toronto area thing. And they're Italian style sandwiches on a crusty bun. They have either chicken or veal cutlets on them, and then you can get I usually get roasted veggies and cheese on it, tomato sauce. They're just delicious. They're humongous. They're 2 meals for a regular person. I have not been back there since I had surgery. So, but yeah, that's my favorite kind of sandwich. And also, regular sandwiches, I'm like a club sandwich person, or BLT. 35, best thing to eat for breakfast. Well, right now, I pretty much alternate between Fit Frappe protein shake, which I blend with ice and basically tastes like a Frappuccino, or Greek yogurt, sometimes with fruit in it. That's pretty much the only 2 things that I eat for breakfast. If I'm on the road for some reason, then I'll eat a Quest bar, but that's pretty much it as far as breakfast food goes for me right now. 36, what's your usual bedtime? It's generally between midnight and 3 a.m. It depends on how much work I have to do. I do a lot of work at night. And also if I'm out on the weekend, sometimes I do get home fairly late. So I don't usually go to bed before midnight, and not generally after 3. I would say on the average night it's probably around 1 a.m. And then I'm usually up between 7 and 7:30. Are you lazy? Yes, I guess in some ways. I mean, I'm not a fan of overexerting myself for no reason, so I don't know if that means I'm lazy. I mean, I work really hard. But yeah, I mean, I like doing lazy things. I like just sitting on the couch sometimes, reading a book or watching TV or watching YouTube videos, just hanging out. So I guess I could say I'm lazy. I don't know if it's really in a negative way, but sure. Oh, itchy nose! When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? Just going through costumes, I remember I was Wonder Woman one year. I was Elvira one year, if you guys remember that. Again, I'm old, so I remember. What else? Why can't I remember? Oh, I was a punk rock chick one year with like spandex leggings and the whole thing, and like Lee press-on nails was fantastic. I guess my costumes weren't that exciting because I don't really remember that many of them. I do remember Wonder Woman though, that was fierce. Let's see. What is your Chinese astrological sign? I am a snake. And so is my husband and most of my friends as well. How many languages can you speak? Fluently 2, so I speak English and Italian. I also can speak some French, like conversational French, a little bit of Spanish as well. I understand French and Spanish really well. As long as people are speaking slowly, I generally can get the whole thing, and I can read French and Spanish as well. But can I speak fluently? 2, and then, you know, kind of half-ass it 4. What's better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? I never played with Lincoln Logs, so I would say Lego, because Lego's awesome. 43. Are you stubborn? Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry. Do you have any magazine subscriptions? I used to. I don't anymore because I don't really have a lot of time to read them. So no, I don't. And if I did, it would be to like trashy gossip rags because I love that stuff. Are you stubborn? Does a bear poop in the woods? Because you know I don't, but a bear does, and therefore yes, I am very stubborn. I'm a bit of a donkey, I'll be honest. I like to think my stubbornness is sort of justified. I'm usually not really stubborn about things unless it's something I really, really strongly believe in, or I really think that I'm right. I do think I'm right most of the time. You may have gathered that from watching my videos. So, yes, I think most people who know me would say I am stubborn, but, you know, sometimes that can be a positive thing too. Who's better, Leno or Letterman? I prefer Leno, not a big Letterman fan, so... Actually, I prefer Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. So, ever watched soap operas? The only soap opera I've ever watched is Young and the Restless. For some reason, my whole family was hooked on Young and the Restless, and if you can believe it, we used to actually watch it while we had dinner when I was a kid. So I've watched it on and off like pretty much my whole life. And I haven't watched it in about a year or so because I just haven't had time. It's an hour a day. Like ain't nobody got time for that. But I realize now I can just watch it on my iPad. So now sometimes when I'm working, I will like catch up on, you know, a week's worth of Young and the Restless. So that's the only one I watch. Are you afraid of heights? I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of standing on things. Strange but true. I can stand on, you know, the CN Tower. I can be in a plane. I can stand on a building. None of that stuff bothers me. But standing on top of something, like standing on a chair, standing on a wall, standing on something that's, you know, more than like a foot or two off the ground, that scares me. I don't know why. Do you sing in the car? Damn straight I do. I sing all the time, and I sing in the car constantly. I have little car concerts. I'm sure everyone who's driving next to me wondering, you know, what Christina Aguilera is doing in the car next door, because I not only sing, but I'm like doing the hand gestures. I'm like getting down with my badass self, and I love it. Do you sing in the shower? Yeah, I do. You know, a girl's got to practice sometimes. Got to warm up. Just saying. Do you dance in the car? While I'm singing. I'm like getting down. I'm dancing in the car, especially at the stoplight. And then people are looking over like, what? And I'm like, that's how I roll. Number 50. So this is the last one for this video. Have you ever used a gun? Yes, I have. My father is an avid hunter, and he also belongs to a handgun club. I have shot a rifle, a sawed-off shotgun as well, actually, strangely enough. Out in the woods. And I've also shot a couple of handguns, a .357 Magnum and a Glock. Not frequently. Most of those were when I was a teenager, and they were like one-time things. But I have shot a gun before. Multiple kinds, actually. So that was the last interesting fact for this video, and I'll be back with part 3.